The late morning program with Nam Ras podcast.
Hare Krishna, everyone. You're listening to the Nam Ras podcast, the number one Hare Krishna podcast in the world. We're so honored to have Gauranga Darshan Prabhu here today.
Haribol.
Haribol. For those of you who don't know, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu is a prolific author. He's a principal of the Vidyapitha in the Dean.
Dean, headmaster, Dean.
He's
He's basically like, and I don't know if
Can you let me finish my introduction?
I want to enhance your introduction. I want to provide an analogy for you. He is the Dumbledore of the book. No?
No.
Okay, fine. I try.
The Dean of the Vidyapitha at Govardhan Ecovillage. And he's been traveling now in the States for a month, delivering lectures and enlightening devotees on Krishna consciousness. We figured out we're almost the same age. That makes me feel really...
Are you really?
Yeah.
You're so young, Prabhu.
So accomplished, and I haven't done anything with my life. So
Isn't that like, yeah.
That's what you with Radhika Raman.
We talked about this when
You know Radhika Raman, Prabhu? He's the same age as him. So they were talking about on the podcast about how, some envy and stuff.
When you see someone that's the same age and they're so accomplished, and it makes you think like, what am I doing with my life?
Yes.
Or if we look at great figures, you're like, what was like Adi Shankaracharya doing at this age? What was, Ramanujacharya, what was Mahaprabhu doing at this age? It's like, most of them lived very short lives also, no?
Yeah.
Although you haven't asked me any question, now that you opened this conversation, let me just comment on this.
We don't believe in questions, by the way. You just jump in.
That's great. That's great. It's conversation.
Yes.
Not Q&A. So, accomplishment in Vaishnava circles is not just getting some, visible achievements which attract the attention of people. The greatest accomplishment for a devotee is developing genuine humility, genuine character, and genuine devotion to Krishna.
Yes.
So, people who have such good character and good love for Krishna, they may not be known to everybody. There are so many great sages and saints in holy places. They may not be publicly visible. Their glories are not much known. But they are more accomplished than any average wealthy person or popular person or a scholar or a philosopher in this world.
Yeah.
So accomplishment in spiritual circles have a total different definition only.
Yeah.
Adveshta sarvabhutana.
Problem is by both definitions, I feel really lacking.
Anyway, so Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, can you give us a little bit of context about your life, how you came into contact with Krishna consciousness?
It was 2005, August 1st. First day, I entered the campus of Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore for my master's. First, they gave me the hostel keys before even I completed my admission formalities. I opened the hostel room. On my study table, I found a big picture of Murali Krishna. Little Krishna looking into the window, 2 parrots next to him, 2 roses on either side. Very beautiful, captivating picture. ISKCON painting. Very big.
That famous when Krishna he's in like a window.
Yeah.
You know that.
Oh, the
one, right?
parrots.
With the
Yeah, the
parrots.
parrots.
Yeah, parrot. 2 parrots. So I got attracted to it very spontaneously. I said, I told the cleaning guy, don't remove this picture. Just keep it there. I'll complete my admission formalities and come back. Just don't disturb it. I said that in English and Telugu. Only 2 languages that I know. He didn't know both. And I didn't know his language, Hindi or Kannada.
Really? Okay.
So after a couple of hours, I came back, finishing my admission rituals. And I came back, that picture was not there. I asked that guy, where is the picture? And he was smiling. He's unable to answer. I don't know whether he thought I told him to remove it. I don't know what exactly he understood, but I understood that he didn't have the picture. He removed it. I was quite disappointed. I was like 21. Then one of my relatives, she was a resident of Bangalore. she also accompanied me, my mother's sister. She accompanied me to the college. She said, this kind of pictures are available in ISKCON. I said, what is ISKCON? She didn't know what is ISKCON. She said, ISKCON means Krishna temple. Oh, it makes sense. Krishna temple, Krishna picture. Okay, take me there. So that weekend she took me to temple. So I went to ISKCON temple searching for that picture. No other agenda. So when I went there, on the book distribution table, I found this big picture, same size, same picture. I thought, wow, I achieved, I accomplished it. So
You had a desire is fulfilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went and asked him. He said 20 rupees. I said, yeah, I'll pay. No problem. He said, he's very smart ISKCON book distributor. He said, if you take this Krishna book, this picture is free for you. So I said, I opened Krishna book, stories, and so many more pictures like that. So I took the book, I took the picture, and came to my hostel room. So it has a study table like this, very nice, well-furnished room. ISC facilities for students are amazing. So I kept the big picture at the same place above my study table, and the book is there on the table. So when I did my assignments nicely, I would just give a report to Krishna. When I failed in some assignments or when I did not do it properly, I expressed my frustration to him.
Wow.
So like that, 100 days passed.
And no one had taught you to do this. This wasn't like something that you just spontaneously just felt like.
Actually, I was born in a family that was very much devoted to Lord Vishnu. We can't exactly say we are Sri Vaishnavas, but my father had a lot of attraction to Lakshmi Narayan. Even he gave me the name Lakshmi Narayan. My name was Lakshmi Narayan before Gauranga Darshan.
Oh, wow.
So we used to live next to Lakshmi Narayan temple. That's not the reason why he named me Lakshmi Narayan. I was Lakshmi Narayan before. Later we ended up close to Lakshmi Narayan temple. We used to attend festivals there. My father used to sing Venkateswara Suprabhatam, Vishnu Sahasranam, Bhagavad Gita. And in my 8th grade, my father joined me in a school called Balabhanu Vidyalayam, where every day we had a morning program of 45 minutes to 1 hour. All the school kids, 600-700 children, they would gather in our prayer hall. We would recite Bhagavad Gita shlokas.
Wow.
We would recite Purusha Suktam, Shri Suktam, Mantra Pushpam, Rudra Namakam Chamakam. And seasonally we keep changing some chants also, but constantly Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he had great attraction to Vaishnava culture. Not exactly ISKCON or spiritual or Vaishnava Sampradaya, but he has attraction, general.
Yeah.
So anyways, that background was there. Coming back to the IISc story. So 100 days passed like that. It was on November 10th, 2005. One of my classmates who used to come to me for combined studies, so he asked me, are you an ISKCON devotee? He saw the book, Prabhupada's book. He saw that big picture, Krishna picture, ISKCON painting. He asked me, are you an ISKCON devotee? I said, what does that mean? I went to ISKCON a few times. I like the deities. I like prasadam. I like the book. I like the painting. So they are there. Then he told me that in your hostel block, there are some ISKCON devotees. They're chanting Hare Krishna every day in the morning. They're doing some Mangalarati every day in the hostel, playing Kartal. Softly. And they were also discussing Bhagavatam. Proper ISKCON temple morning program was happening in my hostel room, in my hostel block. I was in 3rd floor, they were in 1st floor. He said, if you don't mind, I will introduce you to them. I said, I don't mind. So they introduced me to them, November 11th. Then I started going to them on and off. Then slowly, eventually, in their association, I picked up chanting 16 rounds in 2006, mid-2006. Somewhere in May, June like that, when my first year was ending. So rest is history.
Wow.
Krishna just pulled me. Even entering IISc is also like a miracle. My BTech scores were quite good, bachelor's degree. And my classmates and even professors also used to tell me, you can get very good colleges and you can enter IITs also. Then we purchased some applications for IIT Chennai and few other IITs. Application was like 200, 250. My father just managed to purchase and then I filled and sent. till then, I did not even know that an institute called Indian Institute of Science existed. And one day when I came back from my college in the last semester, my father got an application of IISc Bangalore. It was 600 rupees, which my father could not afford in 2005.
Wow.
But he purchased. He went on his cycle and then he purchased it. I said, what is this? This is not IIT also. But someone said, this is better than IITs also. It's the best educational institute in the Asia in those days. Fine, it was a ritual for me. I filled many other IIT applications. I filled this also and sent. I did not get admission in any IIT. I got admission in a very prestigious discipline stream in IISc only. So my father also did not know the existence. If I did not know the existence of IISc, even he did not know. Someone suggested, he just got. There is no big knowledge or contemplation or introspection. Morning, no discussion. By afternoon, when I came back from college, it was there. So Krishna just arranged for it. And of all hostel rooms, I went to that room only where ISKCON devotee was having that painting.
Wow.
It's like Krishna, it feels like from that story, it's like Krishna invited you to that particular campus and then he's waiting for you in that room.
And introduced me to devotees.
And then introduced you to devotees.
Took me to the temple.
Yeah.
What did you like about devotees or Krishna consciousness in general, when you started associating more with devotees? What attracted you the most? Besides Krishna himself and the...
Somehow I had a lot of spiritual inclinations because of my father. My father was reading Bhagavad Gita. He was philosophical. He was general householder, earning money, going to office and all that. But he has a lot of taste for scriptural study. He reads books like anything in Telugu. Bhagavad Gita and a lot of philosophy, a lot of Upanishads. He read all the 10, 11 Upanishads. Kena Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad. He read all of them.
Wow.
I could never connect with all of that in those days. But Gita shlokas, I was just reciting regularly. Suprabhatam. He got me an illustrated Ramayana book when I was in 3rd standard. So I took that book and I thought, let me write a book. I took my notebook, which is generally the portrait mode. I cut my notebook into half. So it becomes like a old ancient scroll. I cut it into half. And I copied that illustrated Ramayana book, whatever I read, with my pen in this book. Like imagining myself to be writing it, although I'm copying it. So, and also the scroll, the cutting of the book also is like an ancient scroll, like a palm leaf scroll. So I had that inclination because of my father and my parents. My mother also is like, she worships Lakshmi Devi and Lakshmi Narayan. So lot of impressions from parents came. And going to temples, every week, once or twice, we would go to some temple or the other, Ram temple or Krishna temple or Balaji temple or Durga temple, we used to go. So these impressions are there. When I came to BTech, it's like a lot of competitive environment, lot of materialism. Because till 10th standard, I was in Srikakulam district, which is like not such a big city. And we were living in a smaller town called Amadalavalsa. From there, I would go in a city bus, which is 45 minutes drive to the city, and then attend my school there. 45 minutes of morning program, I said, that same school. So a lot of spiritual vibrations were there. Simple city. But after my 10th, for my plus 1, plus 2, 11th and 12th grades, I came to Vijayawada. It's a big city. Big city compared to where I was living. A lot of materialism, a lot of movie things. And teenage, college, friends with materialism around. I could not retain my spiritual inclinations there. Till 10th standard, it was nice. I used to even put the tilak and then go to the college, the school. Later, my friends teased me. Only girls wear it, not boys. I was feeling a bit shy and then removed it. And again, I wore it. Some spiritual touch was very much there.
Yeah.
But from 11th grade till BTech, 6 years, while I was in Vijayawada, atmosphere is surcharged with a lot of mode of passion, Rajogun. So my spiritual inclinations went down. But because of the previous spiritual inclinations, I used to think, is this life? Because many people are saying, oh, you're doing BTech? My father did only diploma. Diploma is like 12th or 13th grade.
High school.
High school.
Here,
kind of thing.
like high school grad or something.
To speak that in today's terms, 13th grade. Beyond 10th grade, he did 3 more years of some diploma in mechanical and he found a job. Load of family on him.
Yeah.
Responsibility on him. But when I was doing BTech, bachelor's degree, he felt so happy. And all the relatives also said, "Hey, you are giving such education to your child. That's amazing." So they were glorifying him and they were expecting he will get a good job. He will clear all our debts. He will be in a great position. He will purchase a car. Like that they were saying. And we will get him married to some very beautiful girl and so many things. Then undercurrent, there is some kind of contemplation within me, deep within the heart. Is this life? So getting married, finding a job, purchasing a car, own home, government job, not private job. They used to say like that. It's not in those days.
Government job.
That was like
That's the thing.
that was the goal. Government job means
government
like
is good.
stability and
Stability.
Tenure.
yeah.
Whole life. My father got a government job. Anyways, I internally was thinking, is this life? Is there any better purpose for life? But it was never a loud contemplation. It was somewhere deep within. But what's there on the surface is this Rajagun. Rat race, competition, gate exam, the MSET exam. This is happening. And the comments and expectations of the relatives and the society around. So that's there on the surface. But deep within, somewhere I was thinking, is this life? That question keeps popping up in some private conversations with my schoolmates, college mates. But it just is sidelined. So, but when I came to IISc, the peaceful ambience there and the like-minded association that I got there kind of invoked my inner feelings, inner contemplation. So all the contemplation or introspection that's there deep within my heart had an opportunity, just had a facility to be exposed.
Yeah.
And I got an opportunity to just discuss on those subjects with like-minded friends. I was not so much connected to other classmates, although they are in my own classroom. But these devotees who are in ISC, they're in different streams. They're in different year. They're in second year, I was in first year. But I could connect with them more.
Yeah.
And parallelly, Prabhupada's book was there in front of me. I used to read on and off. And slowly I started reading Beyond Birth and Death, A Second Chance, Science of Self-Realization. So all these books I started reading. So I got a lot of perspective, a lot of understanding. And academics and Prabhupada books.
Yeah.
Chanting, little association. I was not connected to any other excitements in ISC, the big campus, and even Bangalore, such a big city.
Yeah.
Lot of opportunity for enjoyment, exploration. But my mind is caught up in this. Yeah. Anyways, you asked a simple question. I went into bigger
That's wonderful.
explanation.
That's what a podcast is all about. You know what I find so interesting about that also is sometimes there's like when people see from the outside, they think like, oh, this guy went and completely did this like 180-degree turn and got into this. And sometimes there's even accusations like, oh, he must have been like brainwashed by these people or something. But what I love about stories like this is it's like when you have something within you and it's just like dormant, waiting for that right, those right, like Prabhu was saying, like-minded souls that you can really be your authentic self with. It sounds like that was the sort of the real Gauranga Darshan or the real like Lakshmi Narayan that was inside, that was just hankering for that, the right environment, the right people that could bring it out. I imagine though, when you're with your relatives having so many expectations on you, and they're not bad expectations. That's the thing, right? They're like very natural, very understandable, in a way, very noble. Like it's almost kind of, there's something very like dharmic about that, right? How did you, take us through maybe a little bit of that part of the journey.
Your father in particular, what was his reaction?
Sacrificing so much, right? Getting on that cycle, getting the application, such high hopes, and then you come home and you say, I want to join temple.
Bye.
I'm sure there's a little bit more to it than just bye. So,
in 2007, where my my master's degree was coming to an end. I was in last semester, fourth semester. I started deeply contemplating. By the end of 2006, all my seniors, they left ISC. They found their jobs. Many of them found jobs in Bangalore only, but the interaction is very limited. I was in college campus, and they are outside college.
These are your devotee friends, you mean?
Devotee seniors.
Seniors.
They were in second year.
Yeah.
And I didn't have much association with them. I came at the end of my first semester to settle down. Second semester went. By the time they left. But there's one devotee, Nimai Leela Prabhu. You must be knowing in GV.
Yes, of course.
You know him?
Yeah. But I didn't know that. I this is the first time I'm hearing like your story, so I didn't know Nimai Leela Prabhu plays a role.
Yeah, he played a very crucial role.
I did not know
My
that.
initial days of Krishna consciousness.
Do you know Nimai Leela?
No.
Amazing soul. Another amazing soul. We got to get him on the podcast if he.
Yeah, you should.
We can get him here.
He has a lot of wisdom. So, Nimai Leela Prabhu had a 2.5 years course, while all other seniors had 2 years course. He was doing MSc, they were doing ME, Master of Engineering, this Master of Science, 2.5 years course. So, 6 months of extended association I got from him. In fact, he's the only person who gave me a lot of association. Others are there, hi, hello only, not so close. So, those 6 months where I was in my last semester, I was in my third semester, and he was in his last semester, fifth semester. So I got to associate with him a lot. He started speaking Bhagavad Gita also. More than all that, interactions. He was very loving and caring. So his association had a lot of impact on me. And after that, he found a job in Tata Motors, and one of their branches is there in ISC campus. So he continued his stay in ISC for a few more months, working in his campus. So that was good. Even extended association. Then 2007, by the time I finished my job, I finished my master's, he was relocating from Bangalore to Mumbai. He wanted to get trained in Radha Gopinath. His aim is to go to Mumbai. He went to Pune also. Then he was planning to shift to Mumbai. That was his journey.
Yeah.
Now, in my fourth semester, I did my project in an exceptional way. Not boasting, but somehow it just happened like that by Krishna's grace. So, I published 6 technical papers in different conferences, international conferences, based on my master's thesis. I would experiment, write a paper, 4 or 5 pages paper, and I would send. My guide used to say that many people write, we can't even understand what they're writing, but your writing is quite good. Although you're writing your first paper, still it's very nice. So he also liked it. So eventually I wrote a 100-page thesis along with 6 paper publications. I was absorbed in that project research, apart from my sadhana. And on and off I was attending campus interviews also. But although I did quite well in many campus interviews conducted by companies which are very much relevant to my profile, I didn't find a single job. One day, a mechanical company called Force Motors came to our campus and conducted an interview. Mechanical company, no relevance to my profile. Let me just go. I just went. Why I went, God knows.
Literally.
I have no logical reason.
Wow.
I went. Casually attended the interview. They selected me. They sent offer letter also. This offer letter is of not much use. I am not going to join anyways. But somehow I got busy in my project and I got absorbed in it. I didn't attend the remaining interviews, campus interviews. I already have one job. That kind of confidence was there, so I did not attend other interviews. Then towards the end of the semester, when I have only a few weeks or a month to complete the course, then people started saying, where did you get job? Some people got in Google, some people got in Intel, some people got in IBM. I got in Force Motors. It doesn't match. So then they asked me, what about your profile? What did you study and where are you working? Correct, I need to attend. Then I applied for GE, General Electronics. They were impressed with my project work, papers. They interviewed me. It was in Whitefield, Bangalore only. I don't know if you know Bangalore. So it was great.
Yeah.
They were about to send the offer letter also. By this time, I completed my masters. All the other formalities are done. I was about to quit the college, maybe 1 or 2 weeks here and there. Then I started contemplating. I have a job in Force Motors, which is in Pune, and I'm about to get this offer letter from GE, which is in Bangalore. If I stay in Bangalore, I don't have a devotee association. There are devotees, but we could not make friendship with so many devotees. And all my seniors are running behind Mumbai, especially Himalaya Prabhu is going to Mumbai.
Right.
And I heard in those days that training systems in Mumbai and Pune are exceptional.
You wanted to be a brahmachari.
Never.
No.
I mean, that was not, ashram is not there in my mind. But I wanted devotee association and some proper training.
Training and just in the sense of Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And so they have this structured training in Mumbai at Radha Gopinath and Pune.
Yeah. Because like only 1 year into Krishna consciousness, whatever training I got is reading Prabhupada books and associating with Himalaya Prabhu.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't know.
And Nimalayo Prabhu by this point is already
He's
set on Mumbai.
Set on Mumbai. I think he relocated also.
Okay.
He's on his way.
Yeah.
Then I started contemplating, let me just go to Pune. It's a career risk for me. First job as a fresher, entering a mechanical company that has nothing to do with my profile. But still I thought spiritual life is important. Let me just go to Pune, join this company. While being in this company, let me search for other jobs which are relevant to my profile. Meanwhile, I'll get training. So I prioritized that. And I told the GV people, before they send the offer letter, I said, I'm not joining your company, I'm joining there. Sorry.
So you turned down GE,
Yeah.
took the job in Pune.
Yeah. I joined. 2007, August 1st.
I love how he has every date.
I
It's
love
like
that, yeah.
Every milestone is that date.
Yeah.
August 1st, November 11th. It's like,
Some things I remember. Most of the things I don't remember. But the company was not in Pune. It was in the outskirts of Pune.
plot twist.
It was in a place called Nigadi. At least 45 minutes, 1 hour away from Pune.
Yeah,
I need to travel in
You
local
know
train.
Nigadi?
Yeah.
I said, my God, terrible. And weekly off was on Thursday, not on Saturday, Sunday. And it was like, I was devastated, actually speaking.
Yeah.
Disappointed. Devastated is a big word. Somehow, I felt, somehow my fortune is, the accommodation that I took, it was very close to Nigadi ISKCON temple, which is hardly 3-4 minutes away. Walkable distance. Okay, fine. Let me just go to this company, search for new jobs, try to go to Pune for some nourishment. But ISKCON Nigadi is there. So I started attending morning program every day. I would attend Mangalarti, I would chant 16 rounds there, I would attend Guru Puja, come back and go to my office. But something is lagging. No Bhagavatam class. Why? It happens every day in temple, but in Marathi. I don't know a single bit of Marathi, single word of Marathi. I didn't know Hindi also in those days.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking, my God, like, no nourishment as such. There is association, devotees, temple, chanting, Guru Puja, Mangalarti. But I need some sound vibration also.
All the classes in Marathi.
All classes are in Marathi. And most devotees there, they speak in Marathi. Hindi is English also very little, quite less.
So hard to make a deeper connection.
Yeah, I couldn't make much connection at all. They started some youth preaching. I participated in activities, but without knowing Hindi and Marathi, to survive in such a small area, little town kind of area, is not so easy. I was trying to go to Pune for some nourishment, but my weekly off is on Thursday, and their all exciting programs are on Saturday, Sunday. I couldn't attend much. Still, I attended many. After my office, I would go. It was physically very intense. I felt sick also. At the age of 23, something like that, I felt very sick because of the intensity, change of climate, change of everything. Then I used to go to Mumbai whenever possible. So, 2008, May 1st, in Mumbai, Chowpatty Temple, VTA batch was starting. VTA is Vaishnava Training Academy.
Yeah.
It's a training program for working professionals. They get to attend temple programs, get classes by senior devotees, and do some service in the temple. But they can work. So that's the program. So I wanted to join that. 2008. I said, Pune is not working out for me. I'm not finding a job there also. And I started applying some jobs here. And TCS Innovation Labs was very much matching my profile. So I applied and they sent me interview call. I attended interview. All of them big researchers. They were impressed with my work, my papers, my thesis, my presentation, the way I answered the questions. It was nice. I thought I'll get an offer letter here. I'll join Mumbai. My life will be settled. I'll be connected to Chapati. I thought like that. But somehow there was a delay because I was a fresher. They would take in that premier research lab only those people who have 3 years of working experience. I was like 3 months maybe. I was a fresher basically. I was working in this company, few months old, but I was like a fresher. They were not taking me. The HR had some issue. But the boss, the technical boss of our department, he liked me so much. I want him. So he was pushing them. So he liked the interview. HR people are not their interview. They see only from that perspective. So somehow it was happening. There was a delay. Now I didn't have a job in Mumbai. And VTA batch is starting. And this Force Motors, how long I should continue. To cut the long story short, I took another career risk. I resigned the job. I resigned Force Motors job.
Without an offer in hand from
Without an
anything.
offer in hand. So, empty hands with my luggage, I went to Chapati.
And VTA, one of the conditions of VTA is you have to be working, no? It's not like
I kind of surpassed that condition. Violated that condition.
you violate, right? Well, let's say they made an exception.
At that time, they did not know the thing. But I said, I'm about to get an offer letter. I think so. I don't remember what exactly I said. But I just resigned and joined, simply. Then Gauranga Prabhu asked me, where is your job? Every few days he will ask me, where is your job? Offer letter is coming. As long as it is coming, I have no problem. He's our main trainer.
Wow.
Okay, fine. Again, he asked after a few days, where is offer letter coming? I said, Prabhu, they said they will send, but they did not send yet. You go to their company and ask. I went all the way to Thane and I called the HR. I am coming to your company, give me offer letter. We don't give like that. We will send an email only. I said, okay. But I came back. Somehow 1 month, 4 days passed like that. May 1st I joined. June 4th, they sent me offer letter.
They did send the offer letter.
Of course. They wanted me, but because of big company, some official protocols are there. I'm a fresher. So they were just... I'm an exception there.
Right. Because that guy was like pushing for you.
Yeah.
So
Because that's such a big lab.
yeah.
TCS Innovation Labs. People who are not very experienced cannot enter there. But my boss was pushing. He already has a lot of experience. He published papers and somehow he wanted me there. So I entered 2008. June 4th I showed offer letter. As soon as I got offer letter, I showed to Gauranga Prabhu. He was impressed. Oh, almost 7 lakhs per annum. As a fresher in those days, it was a big amount. Let's go back to family once. In my family, nobody had ever imagined that somebody in our family will get 7 lakhs per annum pay. Whatever, close to 7 lakhs per annum pay. It's unimaginable. My father asked, what exactly do you do? Why are they paying so much, 50,000-60,000 per month? He was wondering. And my father had some job, which is like very meager pay. Reasonable. But my father's siblings, his brothers, they were doing some painting work. 1,500 rupees per month. Just imagine.
Wow.
1,500 rupees per month, 60K per month. At 23, 24. So it's like big contrast. Then at family there was celebration behind me because I got this job. So anyways, I got that job. Then by the end of VTA, I had to quit that job because that 1 year VTA, where close connection with the temple I had, I was inspired somehow to become a brahmachari. I was attracted to the simplicity of brahmachari life. They only have one color dress, whole life, one hairstyle, whole life, no cosmetics, nothing else, and devoted to Krishna. I was quite excited with it. But what about family? Finally, you got some good job where you can clear all the debts and loans of my father.
No.
And we used to live in a home that has palm leaf roof, where the mercy of sun god Vivaswan or Varunadev or Indradev, everything will come inside. Means the roof has so many holes that sunlight will come inside, rain also will come inside.
Yeah.
Whenever there is a rain, we would just put some blue color tarpaulin on top of it. And that also flies away sometimes when there is wind. So those were the conditions we were living. Quite poor. But poverty is gone because of this job. But I'm gone into Brahmacharya ashram. How will they accept it? How will they take it? I was in a dilemma. So 2009 ending, VTA was ending. Gauranga was taking interviews of everybody. Are you joining? Do you want to work? So like that, everybody was giving their interviews in a bus. My turn came. I went, sat next to him. He asked me, would you like to join Brahmacharya ashram? I said, yes, Prabhu, I want to join, but not now. My parents' financial condition is not that great, and I have a good job. And my boss said, if you continue here, your salary will be doubled, at least 80-90% hike. Your 7 lakhs can become 12-13 lakhs. 1 year probation period was over. So if I would just work for a couple of years, I would just clear all the debts and keep some surplus fund also. That was my plan in those days. And even this 1 year working time also, I would just keep the basic minimum, whatever, 4,000-5,000 with me, and send like close to 45-48K to my parents so that they can clear certain debts. And I didn't have much expenses anyways. Temple is giving prasadam and everything is taken care of with very simple payment. So I wanted to continue in job. But Gauranga Prabhu said, okay, after VTA there is BT. BT is Brahmachari training. So you can join BT now because you have a very good sadhana track record. Your sadhana is good. Don't lose this momentum. Just join now. After 1 year of this BT training, you can join job, work for whatever number of years you want, give some money to parents, and then you can come back and join ashram. I said, good. Very, very good proposal. I thought like that innocently. But who will give me 1 year sabbatical?
Yeah.
I went to my boss and asked, I want 1 year leave. My boss said, have you gone crazy or what? With fatherly affection, I can still acknowledge his genuine fatherly affection for me. He's in 40s, I was in early 20s. He wouldn't give even 2 minutes to people because of his busy nature. But he sat with me for 2 hours, just counseling me, saying that you are so young, 23, 24, and you have a very bright career. You are doing exceptionally good in your work. As a working professional, that 1 year, I wrote at least 6-7 technical papers. They were published in different conferences. I wrote 3 journal papers and I filed a patent for my research also. My boss said, such a person who can do industrial level of research I cannot get. Finally, I found you. I pushed for you here. And in 1 year, you are leaving. You should stay back. He was just pushing me so much. Boss is doing some emotion. Emotionally, he's just catching me. Parents are there emotionally. So I had to take a decision. I said, 1 year leave I want. Then after a week, I went and said, I don't want 1 year leave. I'll resign. Because in this 1 week, I was contemplating. After working for a couple of years and creating some surplus fund, I want to join ashram. Why I want to join ashram? To serve Krishna. And when I join ashram, who will take care of my parents? Krishna. Why am I postponing my surrender? If after 2-3 years, I am leaving my parents to Krishna's care, why can't I do it now? Why can't he take care of my parents now itself? Mm-hmm. So I questioned my own motive or intention or whatever thought process behind taking 1 year leave. Let me take permanent leave. End the professional life. So when I went and told my boss I want to resign, my God, he said, what do you guys do to generate money? You are so young. What happened to you? Are you being hypnotized? Are you being influenced? He didn't say hypnotized. He said, are you being influenced? I said, no, I have my intelligence to understand what is right and what is wrong. Who can influence me? I said, everybody who is influenced will say like that only. He said. Anyways, I was a bit stubborn. Why? I don't know. Logically, we can't find a reason for it. Such a good job, family is in crisis, but I want to join ashram. I just joined. I resigned and joined. And I must acknowledge Gauranga Prabhu and Yugal Kishore Prabhu. They just made one or two statements in my private conversations. And Gauranga Prabhu, so kind, I expressed my dilemma. Should I join ashram? Should I take care of my parents? I had this and all. Then Gauranga Prabhu said, I'm traveling to do some research of Ecovillage. In those days, Maharaj was emphasizing on developing Ecovillage.
Yeah.
So Gauranga Prabhu, Vasudev Prabhu were traveling to different retreat centers in South India. Mysore, Coorg, Bangalore and other places. So I'm traveling for 2-3 days. You come with me, he said. So he only arranged for my flight tickets. I joined them. I just did some report that was like service, which is side. But main thing is just to give me some kind of break from your anxious contemplation and also give me some guidance. I wanted guidance and he said, you travel with me. So most of it is like service only. But in the train journey, he just sat next to me and asked, tell me what's your problem. I said, I expressed whatever I had to express in my email. Then he said, if you have only Krishna in your mind, you want to serve only Krishna, nothing else, then Brahmacharya ashram is good. But if you also want to serve family, you have parents and grandparents or whatever family in mind, then nothing wrong in it. You can join Grihastha ashram also. Both are good. You can be a good devotee in both ashrams. Nothing wrong. You make a choice. That's all. He didn't say much more than this. But I somehow chose the first option. Yes, there's nothing wrong in both are bona fide ashrams. Both are in Vaishnava culture. But somehow I chose, okay, let me just, because that inclination is already there.
Yeah.
And Yugal Kishore Prabhu from Detroit, I had a discussion with him also. He also said, up to you. They did not impose or instruct me, you join. But their own lifestyle, their own simplicity, their own absorption in their service, and whatever little bit of hints or guidance that they give, they basically inspired me to make a choice on my own.
Yeah.
No one told me you join ashram. But they said few things where I was inspired to choose this. So I thought I'll join. I told I'll just resign.
Wow. I guess I'm sure there's more to this story, but it sounds like you were trying to find a kind of best of both worlds scenario, that if I can, like, you wanted to join the ashram, but you also wanted to take care of your family, and it's kind of like, and I don't know, my heart is very sympathetic to that, maybe because I also like think in that way. So that sounds like a very nice kind of middle path, that, take care of the family responsibilities as well, and then join the ashram. But somehow it seems like that like kind of best of both worlds wouldn't have worked for you.
It would have, but why did I take that decision? I didn't know. As I said, I didn't have a logical reason to explain that. It would have been good.
Right. Because logically on paper, it sounds like, oh, very good. You can check this box, you can check that box.
After 2-3 years, I can just join.
Yeah.
But when I look back, because I joined in 2009, I got initiated in 2010, and Maharaj instructed our entire batch, Radhanand Maharaj, go to Govardhan Ecovillage.
So that was another plot twist. You were definitely not expecting that.
Yeah.
For you, joining meant joining and staying at the ashram in Mumbai, right?
Now, for me, at that moment, joining ashram, becoming a brahmachari was my obsession or whatever desire. Okay.
Yeah.
But later, many things have happened because I joined at that time.
Or if you hadn't joined at that time, you wouldn't be part of that batch necessarily. Who knows what, like,
Life would have been in a different turn.
yeah.
But somehow Krishna just had his own ways of pulling me, just like IISc. I didn't even know the existence of IISc, and I got admission in IISc. I applied for other IITs. I did not get. Why it happened? I don't know. Why of hundreds of hostel rooms in the big IISc campus, why did I enter only that room where there is Krishna picture is there? I didn't know.
I have a question that a lot of devotees talk about trusting Krishna and Krishna's plan for you. And it seems in your situation that, I mean, I'm sure there was some doubts here and there, but in the end, it worked out for you. So what would you say to someone who says, how do I develop more faith in what Krishna's plan is for me rather than my plan for myself?
That's such a good question.
It's an amazing question. But my answer is, faith is not a product that's available in the market. You cannot order 10 packets of faith in Amazon.
Even if you have Amazon Prime.
Huh?
I said, even if you have Amazon Prime.
Right?
I don't know what does that mean, but
Amazon Prime is like you get the thing much quicker. It's like you pay extra money and you can get it the same day or the
they have
next
like
day.
same day, so you can order the thing and then in a couple of hours or whatever.
Anyway, we digress.
Yes. But even with whatever, faith is not such a product. Yeah.
When I read Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur's commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, he gives two things that are the foundation of faith. We know this sequence. What are the 9 stages of bhakti? Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana, Kriya and all. Even before getting some Shraddha, there are 2 stages. Satam Kripa, Mahat Seva. Satam Kripa means some noble soul, some Vaishnav, some devotee must show some mercy on you. Satam Kripa. And second is Mahat Seva. You should render consciously or unconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally, small or big. You should render some little seva to some Vaishnav. That's the beginning of faith. So whatever little faith I had, probably that was because of some Vaishnav must have shown some mercy. Who is that Vaishnav? I don't know. Few Vaishnavas I know earlier, but what seva did I do to them? What mercy they showed upon me? I don't know. Which Vaishnav caused all this? I don't know. But I had some little faith. So, mercy of devotees and some little service rendered to devotees is the beginning of faith. From there, your Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya will start. Let me keep this answer short. Another Bhagavatam class will come out.
No. But then also to build on that, the plan that you might have for yourself versus following Krishna's plan. Can you kind of shed some light on how does one find what is Krishna's plan versus what I want to do?
And it's a very important question, but based on my life experience, I don't know whether I'm the right person to answer this question. Because my experience has been that I did not plan to do something or to be something in life. Few times I have to be like this, I have to be like that. I thought like that, but they are not like proper plans, or I did not make any strategies. I was not like stubbornly aiming for that. I did not have that experience till now. Most of the times I was going with the flow. One of the bold decisions that I have taken is to, take a career risk and then join a Force Motors company instead of GE. Another career risk is resign a job without a job at hand. Another big is, again, they are not, I don't take credit for it. Why did I do like that? I don't have a logical experience. If I had a logical explanation for it, I would have said it. But I don't know. Somehow Krishna's energies did that for me. And of course, you may find this answer little emotional or sentimental or illogical or unreasonable, but that's what it is.
I actually like that because, especially someone like you are so, in many ways, so intellectual that it actually is really
Logical. I want the logical flow of the job.
Yeah.
So for
That's
such
good
a
point.
person to basically, I mean, what I'm hearing is in each of these instances, it wasn't like logically, there was no way to logically prove this is the right move to make. But somehow, I don't know if you were trusting your gut, if there was an instinctual thing, if it was Paramatma within the heart, if it was, but at each of those steps, and I think it's especially powerful coming from someone who is an intellectual, that in those spaces, you weren't in your headspace, you were in another space. And I think that, that there is something to that, right? Because again, I mean, each of those, as you're telling the story, I mean, now it's maybe easier now in hindsight, we can like laugh and say like, oh, like, wow, that's so, like so wonderful, Krishna plan. But in the moment, you had no way of knowing what was going to turn out. And if you were to write down on paper, if you were to make do you ever make like pro and con lists? Did you ever do that? No. I do that. Do you ever do that? Make I
don't do that so much.
When
I do that when I study a book, not for life.
Not for life. But when you make those lists, sometimes it's helpful, but sometimes it's like all it's doing is it's just very intellectualizing, but it doesn't actually help you to take the leap of faith that you need to take. But you took those multiple leaps of faith.
Not just that. When I was joining ashram, there is something else that has happened. 2009, May 31st was the last day for VTA. June 1st, we have to join. June 1st? Yeah, I think June 1st we had to join. Or May 1st, I don't remember. See, this date I don't remember. Anyways, we had to join. Most of the devotees joined. And some devotees wanted to work and they left VTA and then they continued their bhakti in a different setup. Me, Gauranga Prabhu said, you can work for 1 more month. Extra bonus. All the BT batch is starting now. You can work for 1 more month. At least you will get 50,000-60,000. Then that will be, even that is also a big amount in those days.
Yeah.
So I worked for 1 more month. In that 1 month, probably because of lack of food or lack of sleep or hectic traveling from Chowpatty to Thane every day, at least 3.5 hours of local train travel.
Oh my God.
Brutal
Become a
commute.
chapati.
Yeah.
I always have to protect my laptop. It may break at any moment in the train. Because of whatever reason, I got tuberculosis.
Oh
Lungs
my
TB.
goodness. Wow.
In that 1 month only. And all my friends in BT, they're very excited with this new experience of just quitting their job, settling their parents, joining an ashram, learning 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. They are absorbed in the schedule. I'm the only fellow who is still going to job, leaving behind all the excitement here. So I was alone, practically. I was in the midst of so many people, but they're in a different routine. And I have my own routine.
Yeah.
So I got tuberculosis. Not just because of that. 1 year had been quite hectic for me. And this recent 2 months of contemplation also. So I got tuberculosis. I was having fever. I didn't know it was tuberculosis. Severe fever, headache, and unable to move, extreme weakness. And I would just call my boss, I'll work from home. I said, okay, fine. Wherever you are working, you're delivering output. He has complete trust in me. Then somebody saw me sick, Jadhav Thakur Prabhu, if you know him.
Yeah.
He saw me sick lying there for quite a few days, 2-3 days. He joined me in a sick room, that is Sevasthan in Chowpatty. I was there in Sevasthan for a day or so. They said, you have 103, 104 fever, you cannot be here, go to hospital. Then I got admitted in hospital. I think they took me to ICU also, I don't remember exactly. 9 days I was in hospital. Whatever extra 1 month of earning will go into bills probably.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't pay so much, but substantial amount we had to pay. I think doctor also saw me, he's about to join BT, they reduced. I remember it's Adikeshu Prabhu or somebody, some senior devotee. I was in a trance, I can't understand who is helping me, what's happening. I just alone got admitted. And sometimes I have this IV here. Alone I would just go to different tests. Who is accompanying you? Nobody. So I would I just joined hospital. In BT there was a norm that if some BT member gets admitted in hospital, another BT member should go and assist him. But am I BT or not BT yet? Technically, I am BT, but I am still working also. Somehow, the in charges were kind enough to send one devotee to assist me. They were assisting, but some exciting thing happened. So he left. Another devotee came. So, but somehow, I did not have the sufficient physical support, financial support, emotional support to handle that situation when I have intense physical pain. My boss was saying, "What's happening? You're not there." I said, "I got TB, I got admitted in hospital." Oh, he's concerned. "Sorry, I cannot come to Mira Road to see you in hospital, Bhaktivedanta, but you recover." Then leaves were exhausted, loss of pay. Namesake, I was doing extra 1 month job, loss of pay also. So somehow I passed that, but I was not getting so much support, emotional support from devotees' side because they're excited. I don't blame them. And parents are emotional. Boss is emotional. So when professional side and family side, I was getting a lot of pressure and I'm wanted there.
Yeah.
Devotee side, I would say neglect or indifference, but
Less.
I didn't get much from devotee side.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I join or not? That's the question. But somehow I was quite stubborn that I have to join only. But that 1 month of 2-3 weeks of intense phase of tuberculosis, although I took medication for 6 months, but 9 days of hospitalization and then 2-3 weeks of overall most painful situation physically, that helped me to develop some detachment. I joined the ashram with a realization, or at least with an understanding that I should not expect anything from anyone. Krishna, I am joining ashram. Gopinathji, I am joining ashram to serve you. If I become sick or if I need some other help, if I get it from someone, I am grateful. But if I have expectations, most probably I will not get it. I'll get frustrated. Expectation leads to frustration. But no expectation will lead to gratitude. I want to be grateful. Whatever little assistance I got from my friends and VT mates, I'm happy with it. But the amount of physical need or emotional need or financial need, whatever I had, I didn't get help from devotee side much. Because I don't blame them, they're in their own world. For all practical and reasonable reasons.
Yeah.
Right? But that moment helped me to realize that I should not expect from somebody. Now, even if somebody gives me water or whatever, I'm grateful for it. I don't blame, I didn't complain. Even if I get that mood of complaining, it just melts in 2 minutes. Not so much. So, expectations will lead to frustrations. And brahmachari means he has very limited space. His whole life is meant for service to Guru and Krishna and so many Vaishnavas. If I expect some little personal time from that brahmachari, some physical support or emotional support from that other brahmachari, like I'm encroaching upon whatever little space he has.
Yeah.
So let me not just do that. Let me not expect. Still, I got a lot of love and affection I got from many people once I joined ashram. But that moment was a very critical moment. I'm neither in ashram nor working. I'm somewhere in between. I'm already living in the temple along with other BTs, but still going to work, having TB and many other. I passed through that struggle alone, without much counseling or guidance and all. That made me internally strong. Physically, I'm not so strong, but internally, I felt that that's a good lesson for me to develop detachment. And once I joined, then yeah, please.
No. We have to end soon because Devakinandan Prabhu's like, you have to be at my house.
Oh my gosh.
About 4 o'clock?
Wow, that time is
It's
really
almost for
flown
that
by.
devotee who is on his way.
We might have to do a, have Prabhu back for.
He's gonna come
But
back.
I'm because I feel like we're just your story has so many plot twists, and one of them we haven't even talked about, which is how you end up in a farm an eco-village, and how you end up in an educational institution within an eco-village, and then eventually being
We didn't
the.
discuss anything in ashram.
I mean,
Somebody asked the guy, how did you join ashram? How did you come to Krishna consciousness?
Right.
Somehow discussion went in that only.
and you sort of hinted at this, and of course, what we can explore it at a different time. But you hinted at, and I think it's worth exploring. Not just you, but there was an entire batch of brahmacharis, sort of newly initiated members of the ashram that received this really. Do you know about this? This received this kind of instruction of like going and serving at this eco village.
Yeah.
Which many of you, from what I understand, it was like the first time you were in such an environment. And for, some of you, I mean, maybe you had a little bit more of like a town experience growing up, but for some devotees I've heard, they'd never, it was just straight up. They were like Mumbai, Mumbaikers from life, and they never could imagine themselves in such an environment. And yet you go to that environment, you not only survive, but you thrive there, and help build up this project. So it's, a lot to explore there.
Yeah. The last 15 years of brahmachari life, we did not discuss.
All the books and how that came about, and so much to talk about still. But
How long have you been at the eco village now?
Huh?
How long at the eco village?
14
years.
2010 to 24.
Yeah.
14 years.
Yeah, amazing.
May 1st, Labor Day, we entered.
All the dates. He's got all the dates.
all the dates. Well, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, it was really nice to talk to you, even if it was brief, and we got to know you a lot better.
I
And
hope I didn't bore you with so much.
no. I mean,
Yes,
it's
for it.
really lovely, story and hearing a little bit of your realizations. Here's Gopinath Prabhu. But thank you again for coming on and taking the time out for doing like 3-4 programs a day and fitting this in. I appreciate it. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure to.
Prabhu and Venkata Bhatta Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. You have been very good and friendly hosts.
We hope so.
You made this conversation. I didn't feel that I'm in podcast and all. Although it's visible to me a little bit once in a while.
Yeah.
But I was absorbed in conversation with you.
Yes.
I didn't feel like it's a podcast.
That's the idea.
That's
the idea, right?
Completely the idea. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Prabhu. It's been wonderful. Hare Krishna.